Science communication is one of the most critical forms of communication because it deals with scientific information that improves our quality of lives. It communicates potential knowledge products that allows us to create ideas, share and replicate best practices, and finally adopt technologies that may have seemed impossible to humankind many decades ago. Science writing is one of the ways by which we communicate science, but this specific form of writing is not an easy communication skill. It takes a set of special skills to engage target audiences, getting them involved in matters that affect them and their families. But how is science writing any different from other forms of writing? Is this communication skill impactful at all in the field of communication? Let's learn about science writing and how this art can help make our families and communities more adaptable and resilient to climate change.
As an academic writer, my focus is on ensuring the accuracy of
Creative
the
writing, it's not like a formal writing like in journalism or
Right,
in
report.
textbook.
It should always not only hit the mind, but most of the time hit the heart. So that's how you write.
Mas alam na ng tao, mas simple na, hindi ganyan. But science, kailangan mo i-explain talaga.
As an academic writer, my focus is on ensuring the accuracy of the content and also making sure that the flow of the presentation in the textbooks is somewhat similar to the way teachers teach students their content. Through my writing, I feel like I'm also teaching my students through the written word. As an academic writer, I also consider my audience, because depending on the grade level that the textbooks that we're actually writing here in this publishing company should be age appropriate. And in that way, we will be able to help the students to learn even faster, and it will also help the teachers, deliver their content more efficiently.
Creative writing is a sort of storytelling. You tell what you experience from your emotions. It's your imagination that you can make use of. Like when I travel, I don't just tell what I see. I tell them what I feel when I see places. Creative writing, it's not like a formal writing like in journalism or in textbook writing. It's more of giving yourself to other people, sharing yourself and sharing your experiences. I'd like to entertain my readers by informing them, and then also by doing creative writing, you have a venue to express yourself. It's a self-expression. And it's sharing, and I like it. I like sharing my stories to other people because I'd like to inspire and inform as well.
As a news writer, Doctor, what is your approach to communicating with your audience?
When I write news, I always, ABS-CBN would always tell us before that when we write news report, it should always not only hit the mind, but most of the time hit the heart. So that's how you write news. You focus on the emotions of the people, on how you're going, on how that particular news could touch the hearts or could capture the hearts of your audience. So palagi when we write news, halimbawa, we do the macro-micro approach. So at first, you put the general sense of the story first, what is it all about, and then you go micro, meaning you get a representative that will tell the story. You should not just tickle the minds of the people or give them informative ideas regarding the news that you're writing, but at the same time, do not forget to hit the heart, to capture the heart of your audience so that you will truly understand the essence of that news. when you write news, you're not supposed to write it directly without an interviewee, because your interviewee will be the one validating whether what you're telling is true or not. If it's television, for example, you need to show the audio video. So, kailangan mag-interview ka talaga para magkaroon ng credibility yung balita mo at ma-validate na whether totoo talaga yung sinabi mo or not. So it's very, very important that when you go out on field and write a news report, for example, you need to have a news source for it, because you cannot just claim that you cannot just claim na it is true when you don't have a news source. So
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rods, for answering our question.
Primary goal of science writing compared to others. Kasi yung general is to inform, 'di ba? General goal ng writing. But science writing, syempre, the goal is to inform the people, the readers or the listeners in radio, ganyan sa broadcast, about the new developments in science, especially in the Philippines, yung mga researches, yung mga inventions, yung mga innovations, yung ganyan. The writing process, actually pareho lang din eh. Actually pareho lang. The only difference is that in science, there are technical terms, words, or processes, yung ganyan, or principles that you have to explain, which the reporter, the writer, ganyan, or the broadcaster should understand. Kaya dapat the reporter himself or herself should understand the story on how the for example the research was done, yung ganyan. They should understand, and by this they should really ask questions to the researchers, yung ganyan. Ask questions until you understand the story, the process on how halimbawa how the BT talong was made, yung ganon, from the beginning. You should yun yung process na kasi kahit sa political writing, you ask questions, pero medyo hindi masyadong masalimuot. Unlike in science writing na talagang you really have to understand each and every step in how the research, in how the innovation, in how the invention was made until it is ready for commercialization for the people to use them. Yun yung mas mahirap. Ganon. Kasi nga, ang daming mga scientific terms, mga concepts or principles that you have to understand.
Narinig niyo na po ba ang katagang climate change o pagbabago ng klima o panahon?
Oo, sir, nadinig na namin.
Nadinig nyo na. Pero kung kayo po tatanungin o kung gusto pa natin makakuha ng mas maraming impormasyon, ano pa kaya ang pwedeng gawin para mas makarating po sa inyo yung impormasyon?
May makarating sa sila na yung magbibigay dito sa amin na para sa ganun, para malaman nila yung kung ano yung
totoo at ano yung hindi.
Ano yung totoo Siguro pag mas maganda yun, sir, pag Ilocano, kasi Ilocano rin dito.
Okay.
Para mas maintindihan nila yung kung ano yung epekto ng sa climate change.
Through diverse media channels and amplifying personal experiences, we can promote science writing that informs, engages, and empowers individuals to take action towards a sustainable future. Let us continue to nurture and support science writing that creates connections and drives collective efforts to combat climate change, ensuring a better world for generations to come.